Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel called Engineering Beyond Blueprint. As you support in my previous all the videos, I got a lot of appreciation, overwhelming support from you all. So with that said, today, as I promised, today I'm going to explore more onto the electromechanical devices. So electromechanical components are the backbone of modern electronic and automation systems. They act the physical bridge between electrical signal and mechanical movement. From everyday appliances to advanced robotics, these components are convert electrical signal into motions or motion into electrical signals. What are those electronic components? Electronic components are the device that combines the electrical and mechanical process, right, to perform such functions such as switching, motion control, sensing, energy conversions, and physical actuations. Think them as muscles and nerves of electronic system. Major type of electromechanical components are relays. Okay, so relays is electromechanical switch, right? The purpose of the relay is to control high voltage or high current circuit using a low power signal, right? You might be wondering, how does the relay work, right? A coil between energized create a magnetic field, right? Pull the metal armature, change contact position between on and off, right? When it comes for applications, right? Relays are used in most of the application, especially in automotive electronics, industrial automations, power distribution, and production circuits. Why engineers use relay, right? This is the one of the greatest question, where in many of the interviews you might be being asked these questions, right? The isolation between the control and the load, so where relays are most widely used, and these are all high reliable when high current switching between the devices, and it's suitable for AC and DC loads, correct? So next comes motors. Convert the electrical signal energy into mechanical motion. So types of motor. There are four types of motor we have. One is called DC motor, stepper motor, brushless DC motors, and servo motors. So DC motors generally use where there is a continuous rotation at variable speed, right? And stepper motors are used precise step by step motion when there is a requirement of at precise speed the motor should be rotated. So in those cases stepper motors can be used, and brushless DC motors are used where there is an high efficiency and long life requirements are there, and servo motors are used closed loop accurate position control. So when there is a accuracy to be maintained, servo motors are used most widely. The application wise, if you ask me, the motors generally used in robotics automations and drone and CNC machines and electrical vehicles, and HVAC systems like high voltage AC systems. These motors are being used. Next comes for solenoid valves. So solenoid valves, if you remember, these are all used. These are all mainly by define that is linear actuators, right? The purpose of solenoid valves is to convert the electrical energy into linear mechanical movement, right? Example, DC uh, lock actuators, fuel injection. So you might be observed in the petrol bunks and all, right? So where there is a fuel injecting at a certain amount of speed based on the defined value by the operator. So valves are using in washing machines. You might be observed where the valves are using. So these kind of solenoid valves will be used, and industrial pneumatic systems, right? So next comes actuators. Actuators are devices that create controlled movement. So when I say controlled movement, the actuator act only in a certain speed at certain time, often with feedback control systems. Basically, the types of electromechanical actuators, it combination of motor and mechanism, and linear actuators, rotary actuators, used widely in robotics, aerospace, automation machinery, and smart home appliances. Next comes electromagnetic contactors, right? So purpose of electromagnetic contactors are used in heavy duty switching for industrial power circuits. Applications are motor starters and power control cabinets and high voltage AC compressors. Sixth one comes switches and keypads. That human interface machines basically. So when I say human interface machines, any switches will operate when there is an human kind of push the button or pull the button. So it depends on like it depends on the types of switches that we are using, right? So when it comes for types of switches, we do have toggle switch, push button switch, membrane keypads, and rotary switch. And majorly the applications are used in consumer electronics, industrial control panels, and measurement devices. Seventh one comes encoders. So encoders mainly mechanical to electrical conversion. In those applications, these encoders will be widely used. The purpose of these encoders are convert the mechanical motion into electrical signal for measuring. When we say measuring, like what exactly you mean? If you want to measure some of the object position or speed or the direction, right? So in those cases, these encoders will be used. Okay, and these when we talk about position and speed and direction, right? So when it immediately tells us that okay, these are used in robotic joints, right? CNC machines and 3D printers and industrial servo systems. The key application across industry, if you ask me, we talk about all these electromechanical devices, right? So the key applications across the industry, if you ask me, in consumer electronics, like you might be know door locks, printers, and washing machines. So these are the consumer electronic devices, right? Electronic equipment basically. When it comes for automotive industry, the wiper motor you might be seen in the car. There is a front, there is a wiper. So wiper will runs beside the motor, right? So likewise, power windows also we are using this because when the power windows will be automatically get close and open up when there is a human interface on that. And relay based lighting control. So in if you see in the car, right? So basically in any automotive, if you see there is a fog light, there is a, high beam light. So these are all operates using relay switches basically. So when it comes for industrial automations, relays again used here, and contractors also been used, and actuators also used. Conveyor systems and robot arms. So industrial application, these are the motors and the relays and contractors and actuators will be used. In aerospace specifically, servo actuators and in landing gear systems, these motors will be used and even encoders will be used. When it comes for healthcare machines, right? Motorized hospital beds and imaging machines, right? So when you see patient sleeping on the bed, right? So this will operate with certain speed, with a certain motor, like stepper motors will be used to do all this. Okay, so now overall, I guess you understand what is mean by electromechanical components and what are those types, and how it is very critical when it's come for usage, right? So, so exactly with that said, I'm closing this, 3 to 4 segment of video with, minimal closing part of it. As I said, electromechanical components may not always be visible, but they are the musical motion and control behind almost every modern systems. If you want to deeper engineering breakdowns, tutorials, and component comparison, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, which could help me to motivate to make such nice practical oriented uh, tutorials for the user to understand in more detailed structured way. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting all these four segments.